Hello everyone, I'm Technical Evangelist in Commercial Software Engineering team, and today we will talk about mixed reality. What is it and how to build your own mixed reality application. So I want to start with a question. So just out of curiosity, how many of you have built something for Hololens or our immersive headsets? Okay, good number of you, 1, 2, okay. Great, and how many of you try those devices? Okay, several, great. So I just want to show you the short video about the key concepts, and after that we will discuss those concepts in more details.
Mixed reality breaks down the barriers between physical and virtual realities. Let's see how we can alter realities across people, places, and objects. Here we have a real office, populated with real things. Let's now adjust reality by adding virtual objects to this physical space. Notice how these objects are aware of the real surfaces in the office. Next, let's replace the real person with an avatar. This allows her to be present even though she is not physically in the room. Now let's adjust the environment itself and make it virtual. Notice how the virtual objects and avatar continue to persist. Finally, let's tie back this entire virtual scene to the original physical room. A subtle boundary grid can reveal real obstacles, making it safer to walk around this virtual environment. Mixed reality unlocks exciting new experiences that merge the physical and the virtual worlds.
So, to keep it simple, today we have two universes. One is physical reality that consists of atoms, some physical rules, and another one consists of digits and digital rules. So, in Microsoft, we decided to connect those two realities together, and we created mixed reality. It's actually blending experience of physical and digital worlds. So today, we make it possible with Windows 10, and maybe some of you already have this Windows Creators update, but I also want to discuss this mixed reality spectrum. So this term was basically defined in 1994 in academic paper, and two researchers, they made this interesting research about displays and how you can connect those two displays. And they basically create mixed reality. Now we have something more complicated now. So I just want to show you what do we have today. So when we talk about physical reality and about digital reality, let's assume that we want to add some digital person to our physical world, or we want to add some digital place or thing into our real world. So how we can do this? We can mix it all together and create our mixed reality. Now we have some augmented reality experience and virtual reality experience, and I guess some of you already tried those kind of applications today. But mixed reality is kind of superset of this set of experiences. And basically, to run your application and enable this mixed reality experience, you do need some smart computers that those computers should be aware about your surroundings, about environment, and have this perception of your real world. Also, we need to mix people, we need to mix places and things all together, so we need to be able to create those digital assets and visualize those digital assets. So that is why today in Microsoft, we have these two types of headsets. One is headsets here. So we have Hololens, where we can visualize and see digital objects, holograms in our real world. And also we have these occluded headsets where we kind of aware about our surroundings, and we can add some additional perception of our environment. Why we're interested in this field, and I guess this is the reason why we are all together here, because we expect this rapid growth. So by 2020, we expect growing at 65%, and also we expect this huge demand for this kind of devices, this kind of experiences. So today we kind of create this magic behind all these experiences, and it's available across our Immersive and Hololens devices. So it's our platform, and that platform merge our real world and our digital world. So today we will basically try to create application for Windows Universal Platform. We call this platform and applications UVP application. So this is a platform where you can build one application and run those applications on all of those devices, and you can actually create application for your PC and run it on, for example, this immersive headset or on your HoloLens. But you need to target a little bit different kind of SDK and mixed realities, but you have all the same experience to create your own application. So this is the same platform. Also, we created different type of a way how you can interact with the device, and how device can understand where you are, and basically you can control some things in your virtual world, or you can control some digital items in your physical world. So first of all, let's talk about gaze. So gaze, this is just the object is a simple point in your environment, and you will just understand where you looking at. So after that, we have also gestures. So we have different type of gestures. You need to know them, and using specific gestures, you can interact with your holograms. After that, we have voice commands. So you can use these voice commands to talk, for example, to Cortana in HoloLens, or you can enable this complicated mechanism. You can enable this mechanism in your application if you want to simplify life for your user, for example. Also, we need to be aware about our surroundings. That's why we have this spatial mapping. And in this case, when you will use the spatial mapping, you will understand where the walls is, and you will understand where chairs and other objects in the room are. So it's a really interesting way how you can enable your application to understand the surroundings. But we also have another mechanism. It's a spatial sound. Let's imagine that you can see the holograms, because maybe this hologram somewhere in another room, or it's hiding, from you, because you created such game. So you can enable this mechanism of spatial sound, and you can move. If you will move closer to your holograms, you will feel and you will hear the special sound. And if you will move closer, the volume will increase. So it's also interesting mechanism how you can interact, and how you can actually even find your holograms. Also, we have now new motion controllers. So this is the way how you can choose your object using this occluded headset, and also do some like manipulation with your objects. And I will show you later on how you can do this. And of course, we'll use like word coordinates just to place our object in our like virtual world or our real world. So let me move to the next slide. I guess some of you are developers, and you already maybe have some experience working with virtual reality or like augmented reality. To build application for HoloLens, or in my case, it's like Samsung, like occluded headset, you can use Visual Studio to build your universal Windows application. And also, if you want to create some specific custom solution, you can also use like DirectX or like 11 and 12. It's like up to you. And also we have this Universal Dev Center where you can submit your application and basically publish your application, and everyone will see your application in the store for this mixed reality headsets. And now we are working on like adding even more like games middleware. And today we will work with, I guess, our like my favorite game engine, Unity. I guess some of you are familiar with it. Just like raise your hands if you're like have some experience. Okay, so like not all of you like familiar, but I will show you how to deal with it. And my next slide is really interesting, because now I will show you demo how to work with these devices. So I'm going to open Unity, and I'm going to create a new project. If you're already like familiar with like Unity, you will know how to create your like first project in Unity. So I will just add some like meaningful name, just something similar to project 1. And I will create this simple project. So what I'm going to do, I already have some assets. I already create some scene in Unity. You will see this like wonderful nature all around you, but I don't want to see this nature on my screen. I want to experience this, and I want to place myself into it. So like, what should I do first? So at first, I want to export some assets. So I already created this scene, and I will export these custom packages. So this is a simple scene, and you will see it now. So I created just like one tree, one bush, and you will see like the skies and wonderful nature. So this is actually where I want to be now. Yes, am I like a happy place? So you can see here like this prefabs. I will just like open it, and I will just drag and drop into my like canvas, and you will see this like picture. So I created this. It's like really simple to create if you're familiar with game development, but I want to enable mixed reality. And I want to like place myself like here. So what should I do? We in Microsoft created like additional assets and additional packages for you. So we created for you a Holo Toolkit for Unity, and I will just open it, export it, and actually this Holo Toolkit will make your life easier as a developer. So you will just have this like mechanism how to like operate with different type of inputs that I talked about before. So if you want to do the same, you can do the same kind of steps even now. So I just want to show you where you can find this Holo Toolkit. I hope you all know that we have Visual Studio community, and it's free for developers. I hope you all know that you can install your Unity, and if you use Unity for your like developing some simple application, but it's like not kind of production solution. So you also can use it like for free. And you can also download and install these special packages for mixed reality and for Unity here, and you can just upload these packages. If you want to know more about what is included, so you can actually go to this GitHub page and find information about it. So also it's like in GitHub, so you're aware that you can even create pull requests if you do have some questions, and basically provide us feedback about this Holo Toolkit. And now we are working on this like Holo Toolkit, and you can basically learn and even make this Holo Toolkit better. So your contribution are welcome. So what is included? So this Holo Toolkit for Unity. So we can see here, so for different type of devices, like for Hololens and occluded devices, we have different type of inputs. So we have, there are some scripts that leverage inputs such as gesture, gaze, voice, and like motion controllers. Also, we have this like sharing experience. Our previous speaker were talking about this sharing experience. And now we can even mixed this like holograms together, and we can see the same digital objects. For example, let's imagine that one of your friends have a HoloLens and you have I don't know, some Samsung or Acer. So basically using this Holo Toolkit, you can see the same object using different type of devices, but the same toolkit, and you can share this experience. After that, we have a spatial mapping. We talk about it. We have this spatial sound. So spatial mapping is like, basically you can use spatial mapping only in HoloLens because it will help you to map your surroundings. In these occluded devices, different like controllers, if you like building blocks, and you just want to like enable the same kind of experience for everyone, so you can use these controls, UX controls, and this is also like interesting that by default we have some different type of like build settings. So when you will install and when you will like upload this like packages for Unity, your build and deploy process will be like automated. And also for our occluded devices, we can find the boundaries like around us, and basically we'll understand our boundaries in our application. So let me move back to my simple, like our first hello world, like real world, yes, like application. So if you maybe notice, new menu item appeared here, like mixed reality toolkit. So we need to configure some project settings. Because we will work with occluded devices, we need to enable these settings from the Unity, and after that we also need to make some changes to our scenes. So like I will just apply these changes, but by default we have some we have camera when we create our first application in Unity. So these settings will change the camera, and we will use this mixed reality camera, and also we will add input manager prefabs. So now it's look weird, but we will see how it will look like on your device. So let me move to like another interesting application. I need to wake up my device because it's like a little bit sleepy, I guess. And what you can see here, so like using this mixed reality portal, you can see what's going on this device. And this is actually really interesting because this is like just a simple application, mixed reality portal, and basically Windows will open this application even for you when you connect your device. You don't need anything else, so I'll connect this device using only HDMI and USB. And now I need to do some mapping, because I'm first time here on this scene, and my device is not aware. So I need to choose a setup, and I need to enable my device to understand where I am. Also, I will just turn on my controllers here, and I really like actually these controllers because it's bright and shiny, and now it's almost Christmas time. So it's a perfect present for Christmas. So now I will trace my device, and my device will understand my boundaries, because we all have some boundaries, okay? So now you can see this real demo. So I can move somewhere like here, and yes, my device kind of understand where I am using this special camera, and I will accept these boundaries, and basically my device also understands that I am inside these boundaries. So now you can see the room. But I just want to add one additional point, that I don't have any cameras around me, additional one, because sometimes when you want to set up some VR device, you need to I don't know, have some special tools, or ask someone to do this for you, because it's hard. You need to plug additional cameras all around you, in this special room. I have never been here before. It's my first time, so believe me. And now I will just play with. I will just try to play with my basically headset. Sorry that not all of you can do this now. So here I am in my digital world, and basically I can use these controllers to move in my special home. So actually, if you're afraid to talk in front of audience, using a headset is a perfect actually way. Don't be afraid to talk. So I will do this even now. So now I'm in my home. So if you will open your mixed reality portal, and you will be here. So this is your desktop, like desktop in PC. You have something similar to your desktop, but actually it's not a desktop, it's a home. And we call it Cliff House. So I can choose even my own surroundings, or my own furniture. For example, here I have a dog, and I can just point on this dog, and this dog even have this ability, and he can just fly. So you will see this. And we have a lot of other interesting holograms. So I can just stop it. I like this way. So we have other types of holograms, and you can add all of them. Another interesting thing, and I like it a lot, I don't like to walk, and I'm too tired to walk around my room. So I can just use teleport. From this side, I see really nice view to this seaside. And I also have my Skype, where I can log in. I also have my browser, and I don't actually need anything else. This is what I do for work. So yes, and basically from the other side, you also can see some mountains. And by the way, we also have some cinema theater. So if you're a big fan of watching films on Netflix, so you can do this. And you even can ruin your walls and see a really nice view. So this is a simple demo, what you can do in your HoloLens device. Story is that I spent so much time, but I really like this house. And I really enjoy being there. So you can actually add some applications. You can add some applications, and you can use your controllers to move in this home. So what we will do next? So we kind of create this great application, and I want to change my surroundings. But I need also to do like several changes. I need to add, I already add some boundaries, and by default, like Unity will help us to add these boundaries for us, but I already like set it up, so I don't need like any additional boundaries in my life. And also, also I need to add some controllers because we are in like development mode, so we are in Unity. I can't see my like controllers like real one, so that's why I need to choose some forms for my controllers, and in my case it will be brick. So you will see this controller. So I'm using Studio to visualize my controllers. So it will look interesting, but yeah, we'll see. So like we already added these controllers, and now I will start this application. I will just push Run button. And I will move back to my mixed reality portal, and I will also like wear my mixed reality headset once again, and I can see my great bricks. So I'm in the new world that I just created, and I don't have like any like additional objects, but I still can use my controllers to move around, to like explore the surroundings, and I can still move here, and I still can use this kind of cool teleport things. So yes, I have just one tree and one bush, and that's it. That's it. But this is how easy you can create your first mixed reality application, and how easy you can run it. So I just created like in several seconds. So after this presentation, you can go home and basically also create something similar. And I will share these great assets with you. But Microsoft actually really love developers. Maybe you have already like seen this like video with Steve Ballmer. I don't know, but it's like really popular in Microsoft. Sorry. Sorry for that. So just you need to check. So we already created for you some examples, and I will just add these examples to my application. Just like let's like wait a little bit. So we have a lot of interesting things here, and I just want to show you what kind of samples we do have and what kind of samples you can try. Like, to be honest, it's a little bit like harder to like build them from scratch, and those samples will just explain you what kind of interaction and what kind of movement you can do using the controllers and using your headsets. We have this like motion controller test where you can just track all information about position, about rotation, etc. So we do have like different kind of inputs from the controllers. Also, we have input manager test. And for example, using just simple gaze, we can interact with our application. We have some pop-ups, buttons, and more. We also have some like grab mechanics demo. We have like several also like cubes, and we will see how we can like actually interact with these cubes. And we can work also with a collection of different objects. For example, if you want to play with those objects like together, so you can you can basically check this one. It's also like really interesting how you can enable and how you can add different type of holograms to your application. Also, I already showed you the dock, and how basically enable some movement in some specific holograms. So we also have this up bar and bounding box, like how you can add your holograms to your headset. And we do need some keyboard and input samples. So we have same time like a keyboard in Hololens and also in our immersive device. And we have this like interactive button demo where we have different controls and buttons. You can choose whatever you like. And another one, this is something like from Harry Potter. You remember this like walls and pictures that like moving, like some persons are moving there. So you can also like build this kind of experience. So you can add this scene and make this occluded window and enable some movement inside. So it's also like on the same like GitHub page. So you can also download this like quick starts and examples and modify it a little bit. So let's check what do we have here. So we have our Holo Toolkit examples, and first we will work with our input. And I just want to show you how to work with our controllers. So I will just click on this motion controller test, and I will save this fascinating scene because we did such a good job here, so I don't want to lose this application. And now I also just simply push the run button, and I will see some information about my just see like information about just about my cursors. So here I can see like my bricks, and I also see like left and like a right pointer. I also can like monitor my triggers, some sticks, and we do have touchpad. So if you want to move in your like environment using touchpad, you also can do this. And when you will like gaze in some like object, you can scale them, like you can scale them down or up. So it's like also interesting experience where you can monitor how to work with your like headset. So and you can run the same like type of application like in your like studio. And we do have like mechanism how to test and how basically see these controllers, but you need to like build this solution and like run this solution from Visual Studio. So I mentioned that using this mixed reality toolkit, we already by default see here like this after like we added this mixed reality toolkit, we see universal Windows platform enabled, and we see what kind of platform we will run this application, and we can enable, for example, debugging to see our errors and run this application from Visual Studio and see our controllers in a proper form. After that, I just want to create like another a simple like project. So I just want to create a new project, and this project will be a project for Hololens. So I will create like another interesting project. I will call it Project 3, and it will take several minutes. So I hope my device also walk up. So, and I just want to show you how like HoloLens look like inside. So just let me try to log in here. I'll just check, is it open? And okay, it's like fall asleep. And I just need to turn it on, and let me check, is it okay? Okay, so it's up and running, and you can see, so I can build my demo even using this device. So I just want to show you what kind of experience you have on HoloLens. So I will just do this live preview, but before here I still want to import some assets. So I will import the same custom packages that we imported before. So I'll just go to how do you think, where, like, of course, to the desktop, and I will import the same toolkit for Unity here, and after that I just connected to the same network with my computer, like with HoloLens, and just using this IP address, I can basically like see my menu, and I can see all of you, and you all can see what is going on and what is going on my lenses. So, like as already mentioned, we have several like ways of interaction with these holograms. So, like first one, if you want to like open your menu, you will do this kind of thing. Also, if you want to choose something from the list, for example, from this plate, we can just do this simple click and basically change our time zone, just do this clicking thing. So this is kind of experience you have, but as you see, in our occluded devices and in HoloLens, we have same applications, same like Windows applications, the same experience for like our customers. So let's move a little bit farther. Let me, okay. I didn't check this like important package, so like we'll need to wait. I will just show you then my like simple demo. So I created this simple cube here. So this is a simple demo. I will just place it on like somewhere like in the wall, but I need to like map my surroundings first. What? Okay. Great, thanks for notice, because I can see everything. I don't know like what you mean. So I just try to run this application, and here I can see my super complicated virtual object. It's like cube. So I can just actually like move to this cube. I can see how this cube like looks like, and I can like also add some like spatial sounds, like spatial mapping, and I can map this cube somewhere else, and you will see how basically easy it is to create this type of object. So here we see this kind of transparent view. That's why, like in Unity, I need to choose the like default background, and as a default background to see transparent, I need to add black color, and in this case, I will enable this kind of like transparent view. And I also will use just simple 3D object, like default object in Unity, to create this kind of like complicated like cube. So here you can see, I hope it's already exported. So to do that, I need to go from skybox to solid color. I need to change the color to black, and also I will just like add like new position for my camera. And what else I need to do? So basically that's it. I already like place my camera, and I can create different type and kind of objects here. So I can create cube, and I can work with this cube. So unfortunately, we ran out of time already, but I want just simply to sum up what we kind of already seen here. So so first of all, like everyone can build for this mixed reality headsets, and everyone can enable this kind of experience. We can use these online tools and resources. We can join our community, and you can provide feedback to our team, and just simply creating like pull requests. And also you can run your application even not on these devices, but we also have immersive headset simulator, and we also have emulator in Visual Studio where you can run your holographic applications. And thanks a lot for your time. I hope now you all know how to build these super complicated mixed reality applications, and you can do this by yourself. Thanks a lot.